any documentary on Sodom and Gomorrah. Look up any documentary on Sodom and Gomorrah. You're going to find, when they show you the video, that for miles and miles and miles, from thousands of years ago, all you will see is it looks almost white, just 2 to 3 feet thick of brimstone that rained down on them. That area can never be inhabited again. The recording crew just walk up and down that area to this day, and you just take a stick and push it, and any side of any structure is just covered with brimstone. Entire area. There's no doubt about this happened. Well, why did it happen? Because there was a spirit that was not natural that had gotten into the human DNA. And every time that happened, God exterminates it. You can be woke all you want. You can say, hey, we need to cancel that all you want. But you can't cancel truth, and you can't cancel history. You can rewrite the books, but it's not going to change what happened. I'm giving you truth. And when you want your people, your city, your state, and your nation to be blessed, you have to do what the scripture says to be blessed. And anytime that spirit that is unnatural and unlawful, that came from the gates of hell. You know why it's unnatural? Because 2 males cannot reproduce. 2 females cannot reproduce. A male, a human, and an animal cannot reproduce after its own kind. So whatever is not what God originally created, because he's creator, he have a right to exterminate it. And when he told Saul to do it and Saul didn't do it, that's why the judgment on Agag was so cruel, because that's what they did to women. They cut babies right out the womb. And that's what Planned Parenthood does today. And it's a shame that we're willing to burn down America over the death of one man who shouldn't have died. But we're not willing to say a word, especially you jellyback pastors. You're not willing to say a word about the million that die a year in our own country. Innocent babies in a womb. It's not abortion. It's infanticide. It's not abortion. It is murder of our most precious and innocent self. No. Say, well, you said you was going to say something about giants, preacher. Well, let me finish. When the enemy, what we read in Genesis 6, giants were produced. And when the giants showed up and began to multiply and contaminate the human DNA, it says, then the Lord saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every intent and thought of his heart was only evil continually. And the Lord said, sorry that I had made man on the earth, when giants got involved. I need to say that again. When giants got involved, that's when this happened. When giants got involved, the wickedness excelled. When giants got involved, the wickedness increased. When giants got involved, wickedness accelerated. Say, well, what giants are is on the earth today? Big tech, media. Oh yeah, we're going there. See, we got some giants in the earth, and they're the main ones in cahoots with the demonic party of perversion, the democratic party of perversion. They're the ones taking their message, taking their policies, taking the legislation they want to push, and they're the ones helped put in the devil. Didn't report anything of all the corruption about him during the election. They covered for him. It was the giants covering for the enemy. And now that he's in there, it's the giants pushing it. They will censor you for putting up the Lord's Prayer. I just posted the other day, but it's a well-known fact that pedophilia, Sex trafficking is on Facebook all the time and they never touch it. Don't take those sites down. Uh, uh, Wicked dictators around the world have Twitter accounts and it's on Facebook. They'll never take them down. Countries that say death to America, they don't counsel them. But conservative and Christian voices, they're censoring them. Why are they censoring them? Because we're the ones going to tell you the truth. We're the ones going to quote scripture. We're the ones going to remind the devil what's really going on. They won't censor that which is perverted. So it's always the giants covering and helping to promote and accelerate wickedness. And we got giants of big tech and giants of media. See? And the giants of Hollywood. These are devils. The false prophets of Baal through the mainstream media. They're the ones pushing this stuff. I posted some months ago when Don Lemon had a program and he began to feel, he said, I feel sorry. In New York, they had a pedophile who had damaged about 40 or 50 kids. He's on their homosexual anchor saying he feels sorry for the pedophile. And the person that was on the show with him was some kook psychiatrist that was basically, and this is another thing that they're pushing, basically saying that pedophilia, that they're born this way. It's not a disorder. See? Because first homosexuality, then the gates of hell, the rest of the perversion comes in. That's the road we're going down right now. But everything that has been has already been. It happened. I'm just reminding you. See? I'm just representing it to you. And just like we read in 2 Peter, it was here, it is written, so that those afterwards would know. Those that live ungodly like that, those that allow the giants to accelerate evil, because that's the purpose of big tech. See, the enemy is behind big tech to push, to accelerate this stuff. As I am, let me tell you something. There's a children's book out, a children's book that's titled The Gay BCs. Not the ABCs, the Gay BCs. And they're using letters to teach certain LGBTQ words. And for instance, in the book, it says C is for coming out. That's what they're teaching the children now. D is for drag. G is for gay. I is for intersex. L is for lesbian. N is for non-binary. O is for orientation. Q is for queer. T is for trans. They're coming out with children's book. And the church have let this stuff get to this point. The gay BCs. So, what brings divine judgment? Abortion. When you go out of your way to abort that which God created. See, that which he said man, he made male and female. And they're the only things on the planet that is supposed to reproduce after its kind. So when you say, I'm going to get involved and I'm going to kill, I'm going to murder the human gene pool that's being reproduced. But I'm going to create a special class and a protected class, because that's what the Democratic Party of Perversion is doing right now. They are putting the LGBTQ with civil rights and making them part of that protected class. And because that's what the enemy is trying to do right now. We're going to kill what Jesus came to save was coming through the womb. But we're going to make a protected class for that which is perverted, which cannot reproduce, which is unnatural. So this is where we are right now. And as I said in the last program, God, because as the church, as American citizens, we sat back and we let it happen. Now we're at the tipping point. But God is allowing it to occur so that all will see and know just how evil this party has become. And then, while we're sitting back and we're grieved like Lot, as we oppress with hearing and seeing and watching these unlawful deeds, hopefully by the grace of God, we'll be given another opportunity to nip this in the bud. And I believe the Democratic Party of Perversion is going to be driven underground. Because some people just don't believe fat meat is greasy. Some people still believe, that this is the same Democratic Party of old. And so we have to see it and hear it on our own. But I wanted to present this to you. And again, a lot of this is in my book, Apollyon, The Spirit of Homosexuality. God bless you.